In the golden age of American muscle cars, Mopar ruled the streets. Plymouth, Dodge, and Chrysler weren't just building fast cars. They were building icons. From Ham-and-I-powered beasts to brightly painted Roadrunners and Super Bs, these cars defined an era. But buried deep within Mopar's colorful history is a story so bizarre, so rare, that even many die-hard muscle car fans don't know it existed: the legend of the Floral Roof Mopars. Yes, you heard that right. In the late 1960s, Chrysler's Plymouth division offered a factory option for cars with vinyl tops decorated with floral patterns. These cars weren't concepts or one-off customs. They were real dealer-available vehicles. But why would muscle car buyers, obsessed with power, speed, and masculinity, choose something as wild as a flowered roof? The answer is stranger than you think. The psychedelic influenced Chrysler's weird experiment. The story begins in 1969, when American culture was in the grip of the psychedelic revolution. The summer of love was still fresh in memory. Hippie culture, antique war protests, and flower power were everywhere. Chrysler executives, perhaps inspired by this youth-driven shift, decided to try something daring. They commissioned Mod Topsy, a factory option for Plymouth Barracudas and satellites that allowed customers to order cars with wild, bright mod-inspired vinyl roof patterns. But the rarest of these mod tops took things even further: a full floral roof, printed in repeating bright, colored daisy patterns right into the vinyl. These were no small accents or tasteful pinstripes. These were massive, bold, eye-grabbing statements spread across the entire roof. What was Mopar thinking? The theory is that Chrysler wanted to reach younger female buyers, an untapped market for muscle and intermediate cars. After all, women were entering the car buying world in unprecedented numbers by the late 1960s. A stylish, funky top might make Plymouth stand out from Ford and GM's more conservative offerings. At least, that's what the marketing team hoped. The Mod Top option, the official factory package. The Mod Top package wasn't just a gimmick. It was an official factory-ordered code on Plymouth Barracudas and satellites for 1969 and 1970. If you checked the Mod Top box at the dealer, your car left the Hamtramck or Los Angeles plant with a full flower-patterned vinyl roof, backed by factory warranty. In addition to the roof, many Mod Top cars came with matching floral, patterned seat inserts, door panels, and trim. These cars were truly psychedelic inside and out, reflecting the mod fashion trends that had taken over London and California. You could get your Mod Top on a base Barracuda coupe, or as an option on the satellite line, meaning it could appear even on V8-powered mid-size muscle cars. In total, less than 2,000 Mod Top cars were ever produced across all models. Today, far fewer survive. Most dealers and customers ignored the option, or even removed the roofs later because they looked silly, compared to the hard, edged muscle car image that defined the era. Why didn't the Mod Top sell? The truth is, despite its boldness, most buyers weren't ready for this much flower power. Muscle cars were about aggression, speed, and intimidation. The average Barracuda or Roadrunner buyer wanted eyes, not hippie art. Even women car shoppers, Mopar's intended target, chose more conservative options or preferred pony cars like the Mustang or imported VW Beetles. Some buyers who did pick the Mod Top reportedly received laughs or ridicule when they drove their cars off the lot. In working-class Detroit or rural America, floral-topped muscle cars simply didn't fit the image. Dealers themselves hated stocking Mod Tops, fearing they'd be stuck with unsellable, weird inventory. As a result, most Mod Top orders were canceled or discouraged. To make matters worse, some buyers who accidentally got Mod Top cars, due to incorrect dealer orders, quickly removed the vinyl and replaced it with standard black or white tops, destroying the factory's uniqueness forever. Ultra rare, the Floral Roof Mopars that survived because of their poor sales and the desire to demod. These cars, surviving Floral Roof Mopars, are now incredibly rare. Only a tiny handful of known, authentic Mod Top cars remain, and among them, some are worth a fortune to collectors today. One of the most famous survivors is a 1969 Plymouth Barracuda coupe with the Mod Top package, complete with original floral seat upholstery. When fully restored and documented, such a car can fetch well over 6 figures at auction, especially because Mopar fanatics now recognize the Mod Top as one of the rarest factory options Chrysler ever offered. Even rarer are Mod Top Plymouth satellites, especially those paired with high-performance engines. A mod-top satellite with a 383 or 440 engine would be the unicorn of muscle cars, combining brute horsepower with psychedelic styling no one else dared offer. A forgotten option code becomes a collector's dream. What was once considered embarrassing or uncool in the muscle car community is now one of the most prized pieces of Mopar history. In the 1980s and 90s, when classic car restoration began booming, the first mod-top enthusiasts started hunting these cars down. What they found shocked them. Most mod-tops had disappeared entirely. Because the vinyl roofs wore out over time, many mod-tops were removed or replaced with plain black vinyl in the 1970s and 80s. Interiors were ripped out and replaced with standard upholstery during restorations. Original mod-top seat fabric, even now's new old stock material, is almost impossible to find today. This extreme rarity has made true mod-top restorations painstakingly difficult and extremely valuable. Collectors lucky enough to find a real mod-top car, verified by factory build sheets or fender tags, now guard them jealously, knowing that they own one of the strangest and most historically important Mopars ever built. Not just flower power. The other Mopar oddities, the mod-top program wasn't Chrysler's only experiment with radical design. In the same era, Plymouth and Dodge also offered high-impact colors like Crazy Mango and Sublime paint schemes that shocked the public with their brightness and weirdness. But none of these options came close to the mod-top's sheer audacity. For a company better known for drag strip domination than fashion-forward design, the floral roof option stands out as a bizarre detour, a reminder that even the most aggressive muscle car brands sometimes fell under the influence of swinging 60s style. Interestingly, Chrysler's competitors never copied the mod-top concept. Ford, GM, and AMC stuck to metallic paints, two-tone vinyls, and more traditional packages. Only Mopar dared to plaster giant flowers across the roof of a car and pay the price in poor sales. The mystery of the factory records? Part of what makes the mod-top legend so mysterious is that Chrysler's factory records are incomplete. Because so few cars were built and dealer interest was so low, many Mopar historians today struggle to determine exactly how many mod-tops rolled off the assembly line, and on what models. Was there ever a mod-top Charger or Roadrunner? Some rumors suggest special order cars may have slipped out with flower roofs, but no documented examples have surfaced. So far, the only verified mod-tops are Barracuda satellites and a handful of Valiants. The surviving cars are so rare that even Mopar shows see only 1 or 2 genuine examples nationwide. Every time a new authentic mod-top car is found, the Mopar collector world goes into a frenzy, especially if the car still wears its original vinyl. A new appreciation in the 21st century today, thanks to vintage car culture, the internet, and a growing love for all things retro. The mod-top cars have finally earned respect. What was once an embarrassing misstep is now seen as brave, unusual, and wildly collectible. Some restoration companies even recreate mod-top vinyl for clone cars, though the real survivors, verified by build sheets, command the highest value. In the muscle car wars of the 60s and 70s, many cars won races, but only the mod-tops won hearts with their crazy, unforgettable style. That's why these rare floral roof Mopars are remembered, not for their performance on the track, but for the wild, risky beauty they brought to the American highway.